Imagine fields where no one holds a sickle, where China's high-tech harvest runs on satellites, sensors, and self-driving machines. That is not a dream. It is happening right now. Over 650,000 combine harvesters are cutting wheat without breaking a sweat. And the scariest part? They keep getting smarter. Before you see how deep this goes, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. Do not miss the next wave of unbelievable farming tech. Farmers across China have ditched old tools for smart screens. They now use mobile phones to steer unmanned harvesters through golden wheat fields. In Anhui Province, skilled tech operators control every turn and cut from a distance. Over in Shandong, two unmanned harvesters work side by side. These machines carry yield measurement software that tracks every grain. A central command center runs the show using a smart agricultural management platform. It pulls data from satellite remote sensing, unmanned aerial vehicles, and ground sensors. This year's summer push saw more than 650,000 combine harvesters enter the fields. That number jumped 40% from last season. The result? Less waste, faster work, and a fatter harvest. Farmers no longer guess when to cut or where to go. The tech tells them everything. This is not a sci-fi movie. This is China's high-tech harvest in action right now. Planting and field management have also gone digital. Soil moisture, pest alerts, and weather updates arrive in real time. One person now does what 20 used to do, and they do it better. The sun went down, but the work did not stop. In Xiaoxian County's Zulo town, a strange light appeared above the wheat fields. Drones with powerful LED beams flew low and slow. They turned night into day. Farmers below kept running their combine harvesters without missing a beat. China's high-tech harvest now works 24 hours a day. These drones do not cut grain. They act as flying streetlights. They let farmers push through the dark when every hour counts. Rain was coming. The window to harvest was closing. So they lit up the sky and kept going. This is not a small trick. It adds whole extra shifts to the harvest season. One farmer said the drones let them finish 2 days earlier than last year. That means less grain lost to weather and more money in their pockets. The numbers are in. Major winter wheat producers across China have harvested 20.16 million hectares. That is 99% of the total crop. 9 provinces finished the job: Sichuan, Hubei, Henan, Anhui, Jiangsu, Hebei, Shandong, Shanxi, and Shanxi. The Yellow, Huaihei, and Haihei river basins have basically ended their mechanized wheat harvesting. A total of 72.3% of summer grain has also been sown. That pace is 0.9 percentage points faster than the same period in previous years. China's high-tech harvest does not mess around. These numbers show a system that works like a clock. Machines move from south to north, following the ripening wave. No delays, no excuses. The combine harvesters cut, the trucks haul, and the next round of planting starts almost immediately. Farmers no longer wait weeks between harvest and sowing. The tech overlaps operations. One field gets cleared of wheat, and within hours, seeds for the next crop go into the ground. This tight schedule squeezes more food from the same land, and it happens without burning out human workers. The machines take the punishment. China's high-tech harvest in northwest China's Xinjiang region has turned wheat cutting into a science fiction scene. Agricultural operations there have evolved into a highly efficient integrated value chain. But this chain does not start in a factory. It starts and ends in the field. The focus is strictly on harvesting, nothing else. Look at the numbers first. Farmers here use a mechanized harvesting rate that exceeds 99%. That is almost every single stalk of wheat. How do they achieve that? They rely on sophisticated combine harvesters that never stop moving. These machines are not old and rusty. They are modern, clean, and packed with precision irrigation data. Before the harvest even starts, sensors in the soil and satellite remote sensing images tell farmers exactly when each field is ready. No guessing, no waiting too long. The combine harvesters roll in at the perfect moment. Manual labor reduction is extreme. A handful of machine operators now do what hundreds of seasonal workers once did. The combine harvesters cut the wheat, thresh the grain, and clean it on the spot. Dust flies. Engines roar. But the land becomes bare and tidy in minutes. The old way meant bent backs, bleeding fingers, and days of exhausting work. Now, one operator sits in an air-conditioned cab. She watches screens, not the sky. She steers with joysticks, not muscle. What about crop yield? It stays high because speed matters. Wheat left standing too long can shatter. Grains fall to the ground and feed the birds instead of people. But the mechanized harvesting rate above 99% means almost nothing gets left behind. The combine harvesters move in organized lines. They overlap just enough to avoid missing any row. Aerial views show perfect stripes of cut and uncut wheat. It looks like a barber gave the earth a haircut. Government subsidies and technical innovation drive this whole system. The subsidies help farmers buy or lease the combine harvesters. Without that money, small farms could not afford the tech. The technical innovation comes from local engineers. They add yield sensors to every machine. Those sensors measure grain flow in real time. Too much grain missing? The operator gets an alert. Something is wrong with the thresher. Fix it fast. This kind of feedback loop was impossible with old machinery. Food security gets a direct boost from this approach. When China's high-tech harvest works well, grain moves from field to silo in hours. No rain damage, no pest infestations, no delays that rot the crop. The integrated value chain here links the harvester directly to the storage and transport network. Trucks wait at the field edge. Silos open their gates. The whole system breathes together. Economic resilience follows naturally. Farmers who use mechanized harvesting spend less on labor. They finish earlier. They sell better quality grain. Their income becomes more stable. Neighbors who still use old methods struggle to compete. Over time, even the skeptics switch to modern agricultural machinery. Xinjiang's wheat harvest now runs like a well-oiled engine. No noodles, no factories. Just pure, relentless harvesting power from sunrise to sunset. China's high-tech harvest has become the new normal. Tomato fields in rural Xinjiang County look different now. Forget rows of workers picking by hand. Sophisticated harvesting technology has arrived. These massive machines roll through the red vines with optical sorting sensors. Light beams scan each tomato in a split second. Ripe ones go into the basket. Green or rotten ones get tossed aside. This used to take a whole family a full day. Now a machine does it in 5 minutes. But here is the weird part. While scanning, scientists discovered something special. Younger tomatoes hide specialized lycopene compounds that older fruits lack. These compounds offer better health benefits than normal lycopene. They have enhanced antioxidant properties and even protect against UV damage. That discovery opened a new door. Now, the same China's high-tech harvest that feeds millions also feeds the high-end skincare ingredients market. Creams and serums from these tomato extracts sell for high prices in cities. The machines do 2 jobs at once: sort for food and sort for beauty. This is not just farming anymore. It is a value chain farming miracle, where every tomato finds its highest use. Autumn grain harvests have gained serious speed. By October 7, more than 50% of that season's crops had been collected nationwide. That equals about 44.8 million hectares of autumn grain, according to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs. China's high-tech harvest does not take a break between seasons. The same combine harvesters that reaped wheat now switch to corn, soybeans, and rice. The sensors and satellite remote sensing tools update for new crops. Farmers keep their eyes on screens instead of the sky. This half-done mark shows how predictable the system has become. In the past, autumn rains could stall everything. Now, drones scout ahead. Unmanned harvesters work through light drizzle. The machines keep rolling while old-school farms shut down. The result is a steady flow of grain from field to silo. China's high-tech harvest left its deepest mark on Xinjiang's golden wheat fields. That season, everything looked different. Wide stretches of land that once bent hundreds of workers now stood nearly empty. Instead of people, large combine harvesters moved across the dry soil like slow, hungry giants. They cut the ripe wheat with sharp blades, they separated the grain from the chaff, and they collected every kernel into internal bins. All of that happened in one smooth pass. No stopping, no wasted motion. The machines worked with scary speed and even scarier precision. Each combine harvester followed a straight line. It left behind a clean, bare strip of earth. Farmers who watched from the field edges could not believe their eyes. What used to take a full week now took a single afternoon. Dust rose in thick clouds behind the machines as they advanced. That dust told the story of dry soil, hot sun, and hard work done by metal instead of muscle. Modern agricultural machinery did something else too. It changed the rhythm of the day. In the past, harvest stopped when the sun set. Workers needed rest. Their hands bled. Their backs ached. But the combine harvesters kept going. They only paused for fuel or a quick check of the blades. One driver swapped with another, and the machine never slept. This constant motion meant that China's high-tech harvest covered more ground before the weather turned bad. Rain could have ruined the crop, but the machines finished early. In some scenes, the harvest looked like a dance. A combine harvester would fill its grain tank, then pull alongside a waiting truck. Without stopping, the harvester shot the grain directly into the truck bed. A small cloud of dust and chaff puffed up between them. Then the truck drove away, and the harvester kept cutting. That simple move killed delays. No time was lost driving back to a silo. No grain sat on the ground waiting to be scooped up. The whole system flowed like water. Manual labor reduction was not just a nice idea anymore. It became real. Farmers who once hired dozens of seasonal workers now hired 3 or 4 machine operators. Those operators sat in air-conditioned cabs. They listened to music while the combine harvesters did the heavy lifting. The back-breaking work of swinging a sickle or tying sheaves simply vanished. Older farmers said their grandchildren would never know the old way, and they smiled when they said it. The grain collection process also improved. The combine harvesters did not just cut, they cleaned the wheat as they went. Fans inside the machine blew away the light chaff. Screens shook out the dirt and small stones. What came out of the spout was clean, dry grain ready for storage or sale. That meant fewer steps after the field. No need for a separate winnowing crew, no need to haul the uncut stalks to a stationary thresher. The field became the factory. Crop yield stayed high because the machines worked fast. Wheat left standing in the field for too long can shatter. The kernels fall off the stalk and get lost in the dirt. But China's high-tech harvest cut everything at the perfect moment. The combine harvesters moved so quickly that no part of the field waited more than a few hours. The grain went from stalk to truck before the sun could dry it out too much. Farmers measured their losses in tiny fractions, not big piles. Summer grain harvest kicked off with large-scale mechanized operations sweeping across wide wheat fields. Combine harvesters cut the ripe golden crops, collected every grain, and transferred the produce into waiting trucks and containers. Aerial views showed broad farmland split into clean harvesting lanes. Several machines worked at the same time without getting in each other's way. Farmers using combine harvesters had already reaped about 1.67 million hectares. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs sent support teams to guide the work and improve field operations. These teams helped strengthen coordination, boost efficiency, and back up farmers during the busiest weeks. Modern agricultural machinery played the lead role in speeding up the harvest, reducing manual labor, and letting farmers collect grain at the perfect time. In major grain production bases, licensed machine operators received extra training. They learned better safety habits, sharper machine handling, and faster harvesting tricks. Farmers and operators checked every bolt and blade. They prepared the harvesters and worked to keep everything running smoothly. China's high-tech harvest depends on these small, smart preparations. They cut delays, they protect crop quality, and they turn chaos into clockwork. Heilongjiang Province, known as China's breadbasket, expected a bumper harvest. Large-scale farming operations moved across its vast fields. Rows of green combine harvesters worked through golden crops, cutting and collecting grain with steady precision. The harvest showed the raw strength of modern farming in northeast China. Large machines covered broad sections of farmland. They helped farmers gather crops faster and reduced heavy manual labor to almost nothing. From the air, the fields appeared carefully divided. Harvesters moved in organized lines, like soldiers marching. Heilongjiang's annual grain output was expected to exceed 75 billion kilograms. That strong production reflected the province's key role in supporting China's food supply and agricultural stability.